May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the pound USD, the pound USD cable. All right, now we're looking at the weekly time frame. Okay, first thing I want to look at is the economic calendar for the week, and we don't have any significant pound specific news except we do have the USD news on Thursday. That would be core PCE. That's a very important inflation indicator for the U.S. Fed. Okay, and that's going to have a show enough impact on the pound and and the UK economy. So it's struggling a little bit right now. Why? Why is it struggling? What's going on with the pound itself? Well, it is in a downtrend, and we can see that this descending channel is being, you can see that it's adhering to it. We have a strong break of market structure here. That is a validation. That is a confirmation of the bearish sentiment. All right. Then we make lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. The high was respected here. For the old high was respected, and then we made a new low, and then we have this complex pullback here, and we want to see where that red dotted line is, if that high is going to be respected as was the previous highs here, right? As we see that the uh, descending channel is being respected. So, and we can see if we take a closer look here that that high is being respected, and we're at the resistance line of the descending channel here. So that is these are bearish confluences, right? Now we don't have a confirmation on a lower scale. We don't have a confirmation that of the bearish sentiment yet, but we do have indications. We do have validations. All right, this low here is our show stopper. This is the one that says, yeah, the market has switched from bullish to bearish sentiment on a larger scale, on the weekly time frame, on the higher time frame scale. This is a pivotal low. Why? Because this is the last low that made this high, that swept the buy side liquidity of the market. And you can see that we went lower. We had a shift here, a market shift here, high, 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 low, high, high. Then we made the lower low. That is a sell model. All right. But once the market broke that, we wait for the pullback into this bearish leg. All right. And the respect of that high, that's exactly what happened, which would make this a what? A failed swing, a swing failure. It failed to make a new high. What happens to lows that fail to make a new high? Quick question. Well, the answer is it becomes a target for liquidity. And that's exactly what the market is doing. It targets it for liquidity. And we're looking at the pursuit of a new lower low. Once we break this low, this is a market structure. Once we break that low, it is confirming that the market is switching from higher highs to lower lows. And that is a sell model. You wait for the market to pull back into this bearish leg, and this is going to be a very high probability trade to the downside, folks. All right, but on a lower scale, we are already there. We are already hinting towards it. That is what a change of character is to me. A change of character is an early warning sign that the market is shifting its sentiment, its bias. Okay, so uh, what do we have here? Last week we closed very bearish. It's an outside bar. What makes it an outside bar, folks? What makes it an outside bar is that it closed. Let me use a pen. It closed not, if I can just get you to write correctly. Uh, it closed. It swept the high of the previous week. It swept and closed below the previous week's candles. When you do that, that is an outside bar, and that's a very bearish indication. All right, in this context, because we're in a downtrend, and because we closed down here and we swept all of this sell side liquidity here, this is a very bearish indication. We haven't gotten to this low just yet. All right, but look how close we came. All right, you don't think that's going to happen? Yeah, it's going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. All right, but after a pullback, we have a small pullback here. Maybe the market wants to pull back into these lows. Maybe it gets that high. Maybe it doesn't. We'll look on the lower time frame. But I'm looking for a higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low to form so that I can wait for the pullback and then take that high probability trade to the downside. We have to go on the lower time frame, but I do have this as a sell side liquidity target. I do think the market is going to take out this low. Doesn't have to be this. Probably won't be this week. We may have to wait 2 weeks for that to happen. But this week, I'm expecting a pullback and then down. Yeah, that's on the weekly time frame. Let's take a look at the daily, shall we? All right. Folks, I want to remind you that I already put out 2 videos today. One for the Euro USD and the US dollar index. All right. For the US dollar and the Euro USD, I already put out 2 videos. Go check those out. You want to see the information I put on that. All right. It'll help inform your decisions that you're going to make on the pound USD. Let me tell you that we have a strong US dollar that's going to pull both of those pairs down, so that's what you want to watch out for. Okay, we had a bullish break of market structure up here, right? That would say, "Ooh, the market's bullish," until it does this, and then you say, "Maybe I better hold off on those longs." All right, and then you see the failure to go higher, the respect of that high, and the fact that we went back into this bearish leg that broke this low that gave us that our first indication here that the market may be switching sentiment. We made a low with a high and then a lower low. That is a sell model. We made a lower high. This could lead to the next lower low, and that'll give us lower low, lower high, lower low. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Once we get past here, oh, forget about it. It should be nothing but shorts. Now, I'm looking for nothing but shorts here. You see the respect being shown, the bearish PD arrays. All right, this is a premium array that the market respected here, and we went lower from. We have another premium array here, along with a bearish fair value gap here. But these lows are what may be tested right around this buy to sell, these buy to sell wicks right here. This is the breakout area. This is the breakout area. This is where the market broke down. All right, and a pullback into that area would make sense. All right, that would make sense, and I would be waiting there for it. All right, this was Wednesday, Thursday, and this is our Friday candle. All right, I'm looking for the market to maybe pull up into this fair value gap, into these buy to sell wicks, into these lows, and I'm going to be looking for a sell model. And what is the sell model? Well, I love to show that lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. I just said that is the buy model. Doggone it. I apparently I needed a nap. All right. this is the sell model. All right. Once the higher high goes higher high, higher low, higher high, and then the lower low. Please excuse me, folks. All right. Once we break that low, once we break this low, all right, the higher low, this is the market turning from bullish to bearish. You wait for the market to pull back into this bearish leg, like so. All right. You're going to look for the PD arrays that would act as resistance here. That would be a fair value gap or a significant high or a bearish order block, and then you wait for the market to take you on down. This is where you want to get in. That's your entry. This is the bearish fair value gap. Please excuse my mixing them up earlier. Okay, now so I'm waiting for these areas to be hit. This is a bearish fair value gap. I love to see the market come back to bearish fair value gaps. Give me the sell model, and then I can take it from there because it makes it easy. And it's right above the breakout area. But the market may not make it up there. If we go down to the weekly, to the 1 hour, you can see how it's set up. This one would be the optimal trade entry. As you can see, if we use the Fibonacci retracement tool, go to the high of this consolidation and then down to the low, you can see that the optimal trade entry levels are 786, 705, 618, and it's overlapping that bearish fair value gap, this imbalance. This is begging for the market to rebalance it, begging for it. All right. It may take all week. It may take 3 days to get up here. It may, or it could pop up here. But I'm looking for the market to kind of get up here and maybe consolidate. Wait for core PCE news, which is coming on Thursday for the U.S. dollar. If the U.S. dollar sees that inflation indicates that inflation is still hot, that's going to strengthen the U.S. dollar, and it's going to pull the market down, the pound down with it. All right. Now, there's a possibility the market may find its resistance here. This is an imbalance that needs to be rebalanced, and it may give us the sell model there. I will keep my eye out from here. This is not optimal entry for me. I love to wait to see that the market is at least 50% back, but it may not make it up here. It may not make it up to that pivotal high right here, which is at, what is it? 133.24. All right. It may not, but this is the area that would be the highest probability trade to the downside, in my opinion. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the likes and the boost button. And if you have a question, make sure you leave it in the comment section. I respond to all of the comments in my comment section. Okay. I appreciate it too. I love the feedback. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. May profits be upon you.